going to Miami!
Have here, okay, so I got word that there was a new basically summoning monsters game, basically like your Pokemon, your Legend of Zelda, your Dragon Quest, those types of games. So I was really interested in this one because this one looked kind of like a little familiar. So then I go and look at it, and we're gonna watch this trailer together, but there's some questionable things that are happening here, so let's just take a look at this full trailer here for a second. Something seems fishy about this, this game here. First of all, to knowledge that, this looks a lot like Link, but I'm not gonna question anything, but there's, that's one of my issues. Secondly, I don't know, but this kind of looks like the thing from palworld, or if it's not the one from Pal, it's the Chillets, but this is another Pokemon from Pokemon, so that's another thing that's catching my eye here. If they didn't announce a game, then what is this? Like, why is someone copying someone else's game? Because you guys remember how, Nintendo and Pocket Pair, they're fighting each other on certain things here about how their games are run and how they're, like, similar. And apparently the people who created this, apparently for whatever reason, is not paying attention to that drama or anything, and decided to just, like, throw, like, L's his way. Like, throw them away. Like, I don't care. I'm gonna do whatever the frick I want with no consequences or whatever. See, like, some of these, see, doesn't that look like Link? Like, I'm still on, like, this is kind of looking like Link a little bit here. This looks like Pikachu. I don't know where that's coming from. And then some of these things are just, like, palworld, like, all over. It's a little weird. And then, like, of course, like, they had to be reading the freaking news about palworlds and the Pokemon Nintendo fighting, because you know you can't do anything spherical. I'm gonna do a Josh quote from Drake and Josh. Spherical! You can't use anything spherical around it. So they use a card collection thing, so that's a little bit different. So they have to know about the drama then and there, because, like, that's what I thought. There's Gyarados, I guess. And then, there was one other thing that I looked at over here. Can't find it. I forgot the other thing. And then there it goes. Like, this is the mammoth from Palworlds. Like, they made a mammoth Palworld that's different from the one from Pokemon. Different enough where they don't get in trouble. But then you see they pull out a machine gun and some other guns, right? Isn't that kind of Palworld's thing? So, like, that got me confused when I was watching this. That you can fight with your pal, and that's not a creative thing to do. That's something that Palworlds has, and I feel like you're, like, kind of stealing it a little bit there. And then, like, I don't and I'm just so this is so weird. And then look at this! Doesn't that look like a little bit like, what's that white dragon Pokemon from the Unova region a little bit there? I forgot what it's called. Dragonite. No, not Dragonite. It starts with the R-Y-Z. I forgot. Don't quote me on that, but I don't know, like, what it is. See, this definitely looks like Link. So I'm looking at this, like, and I'm like, okay, so I finished watching this, and it's called Pikimon, right? This was the trailer, and it's coming out on your wish list. Now, here's the thing. Like I said, I thought this was a game that Pocket Pair made. And apparently, there's two different companies, because there's Pocket Game and Pair. So that's two different things. And Pocket Pair's like, well, what the hell's going on? And then Nintendo's like, what the hell's going on over here? So I did it a little deeper, and turns out they're gonna be in so much lawsuit. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, I like looked around and I'm like, some people are saying like some of these designs that you see in these pictures and in the game, that is basically, you're almost copywriting Nintendo's Pokemon and Palworlds, and they're already killing each other. So that's just a lawsuit waiting to happen for one of those two. And I'm just gonna say, if Pocket Pair wins the lawsuit in this, they're just gonna use the money to buy off so Pokemon doesn't stop harassing them anymore. That's what my opinion is. But then, because you gotta think for a second, like Pocket Pair and Pokemon, they're kind of big dog companies, right? Like, they could smack your asses in a minute if you just come up with a new game like this without using, like, your own creativity work here. So it was a little bit weird to see that. And then I found out someone pointed this out here. This one, I was stunned. This looks like Roadhog from Overwatch. Like, the details are actually pretty similar to Roadhog. If I could put two and two together right here, two pictures right here. And that just makes me think, well, Overwatch is going to get involved in this. Don't you think? Because, like, I know, like, there's a couple of Overwatch references here a little bit. I think I saw in the trailer, and I'm like, oh, if you thought Nintendo and Pocket Pair were really difficult in the lawyering, wait till you see Overwatch, because Overwatch right now is thriving right now, like Marvel Rivals with their new season, and if they see this, you guys are going to get slammed. But then I have to think to myself here a little bit here, like, are they going to really risk this? Like, are they really going to relieve this game a little bit? Because this sounds like a guy who doesn't care what he puts on his game. Like, he feels like there's going to be no repercussions, even though he knows about all the drama that's happening here. So I don't know if this is just like the third odd man out when they're like in a fight or in a date, and you're just like, well, I want to join in too, and you take both sides or something and you mash them together. This would be it, but I'm really genuinely concerned, and like I try to look at Pocket Games, and I don't see muching. Like there's not much information to go off of it, so that seems very suspicious to me a little bit there. But then I look at Pocket Pair, and they haven't announced much anything, because like I've been waiting to do Palworlds. Like, they're trying to make the full game now. And they have made no updates on it or anything. So, it's not coming from them. And I thought, oh, they made a second company. But that's not the case. This is just a brand new freaking company with a brand new name. And just stealing everyone's work and just putting it in their game. And I'm just like, you can do that? That's legal? Like, I wouldn't recommend it, because your guys are like, God forbid, I don't know how much lawsuits you're gonna be like, we're gonna like fuel the fire in the battle between Pokemon and Palworlds now. But guess what? We'll take a break and we'll just go like kicking and screaming at you for not following the rules here. Like, it's a little ridiculous in my opinion. But anyway,
plane's going to Miami.